All right, let's talk about the world of auditing. I know, it can feel a bit dry. But what if I told you it's getting a massive, much-needed digital upgrade? Today, we're diving into how new workflows are completely transforming what can be one of the most stressful processes in any business.
So let's just get right into it with a question I think we've all felt at some point. Why is it that the very word audit just makes you tense up? Why does it have to feel so high pressure and stressful?
Well, here's the thing. Auditors today are really feeling the squeeze. I mean, you've got constantly changing regulations, deadlines that just seem to get tighter and tighter, and clients who, let's be honest, expect absolute perfection. There is just zero room for error.
In fact, some people have straight up called the process brutal. And you can see why, right? It's not just about crunching numbers. It's this high-stakes gauntlet where you have to gather every document, verify every number, check every control, and prove everything is compliant. Every single step has to be perfect. That's a ton of pressure on everyone. So where does all this pressure and stress actually come from? A huge part of the problem goes back to the old-school way of doing things. I'm talking about the absolute chaos of paper trails. Just think about it. In the old system, the potential for things to go wrong is, well, it's everywhere. You're trying to juggle thousands of documents, coordinate between finance and legal, and the whole thing is held together by what, a bunch of scattered spreadsheets? All it takes is one missing contract, just one, and the entire timeline can completely fall apart. And when you put the old way next to the new way, the difference is it's night and day. On one hand, you've got scattered data and endless email chains, which is just an open invitation for human error. The new digital approach is the exact opposite. Everything is centralized, structured, and automated. It's a totally different world. And here's the real kicker, the hidden cost of all that chaos. Every single hour an auditor spends just chasing down a missing invoice is an hour they are not spending on the high-value work, like analyzing data or giving strategic advice. And that inefficiency is expensive. But okay, the good news is there is a powerful solution to all this madness. Digital workflows are here, and they are absolutely changing the game. So what exactly is a digital workflow? I know, it sounds a little corporate, right? But really, just think of it like a smart GPS for your audit. It's a structured system that guides everyone through each stage, step by step. It standardizes the whole process and cuts way down on all that boring manual work.
And hey, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky idea. The biggest and best firms in the world are already calling this the auditing of the future. They get it. You let the software handle all the grunt work so your human experts can actually focus on being, experts. Let me give you a super simple example. An auditor needs to find one specific memo. The old way? Digging through email chains for an hour. The new way? You open the system, type in the search bar, and bam! There it is. Tagged, dated, and totally secure. We're talking about the difference between hours and seconds. Literally.
But the real magic here is the automation. These systems can automatically catch the tiny calculation errors a tired human might miss. They can flag that a document is missing before anyone wastes time looking for it. All of a sudden, the whole team has total visibility into the project status, which helps keep everyone on schedule.
And if you're a business owner, this is a huge relief. It means the end of those frantic, last-minute emails asking for a document you swear you already sent. The entire audit just becomes a more organized, predictable, and transparent process for you.
So this new level of efficiency is great, but it brings an even more critical benefit: better compliance. So let's talk about how this impacts one of the most important parts of any audit.
And honestly, this is where you can really feel the difference. When a system automatically tracks all the regulatory requirements for you, a massive source of stress is just lifted. You're no longer manually chasing down every little change.
The benefits here are so direct and clear. That automated tracking, it drastically reduces the risk of missing a key regulatory update. Secure storage, it creates a perfect history of revisions and approvals. And those detailed audit trails, well, they provide the exact proof that the strictest regulators demand.
Ultimately, what a digital workflow means is that everyone, the auditors, the finance team, everyone, is finally operating from the same playbook. That standardization makes quality control so much more straightforward and helps new team members get up to speed way faster.
So what's the big takeaway here? What does this all mean for you and your business? It really just comes down to one simple idea: being ready for the future.
And let's be direct about this. In today's world, if an audit firm is still relying mostly on spreadsheets and email, they are falling behind. It's as simple as that.
And this is what really matters most. When you partner with a firm that has embraced this technology, you're not just getting a faster audit, you're getting a more accurate, more transparent, and more compliant process, which ultimately gives you much greater confidence in your own financial reporting.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Is your audit process built for the future, or is it stuck in the past? Because the answer to that question says a whole lot about where your business is heading. Thanks for tuning in.